afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
And first of all, thank you for agreeing to participate in this interview. It was an immense pleasure that you gave me your precious time, and you're putting so much efforts also in having this interview at your place and at your center. As I'm studying the subject of Asian healing practices, and I'm currently a student of Masters in Counseling Psychology. So, ma'am, before we land up into actual technical questions, can you tell me something about yourself, how you have been doing?
See, me as a person coming into healing is a long journey, and I started this journey in 2015.
Okay.
And I started it as only for my personal healing practice because I wanted to know more about it. But then eventually it became my profession. So this is how I'm here right now. And I'm learning every day. Every day is a new experience. Every day is a new learning. So this field has surely expanded my personality. It has given me a lot of opportunities. So
Yeah.
I'm quite happy.
I'm also happy to hear that your passion and your profession is something which is similar.
Yes.
And I think that is something that's the best complementary thing that we can, feed for in our lives. So when did you started and how did you made a decision that you want to do it, and what were some of the motivators behind it?
Okay, so I started in 2015 as I told you, and it came as I was quite excited when I met my friend whom I asked, okay, what do you do? So she told me I do Reiki. So then at that point of time I didn't have much knowledge about it. Then eventually I was being introduced to different teachers and mentors, and then I landed up in Dynamic Reiki. And I met the Grandmaster of Dynamic Reiki, it's Mother Rabia. And from then my journey started, and Mother Rabia, she introduced me into the professional healing, and also my mentor, wisdom teacher, Master Dumbara Gesu. Both of them, they introduced me to this, how the professional healing is done. So that is a later training part. So basically, before Reiki, I was a teacher in the school, and I was just doing my own thing. I was happy with that also. But when my interest started, increasing in this field, and so then I started receiving training from them of how to conduct sessions and what all we need to, take precautions before and after the session. So this is how my journey is still. It is still going on. Yeah, and it is expanding every day with every step.
Yeah, I think it's definitely true. In every profession, each day we should learn something and we should not remain stagnant. This is something which attracted you more, was it something like that?
So more than attraction, the one thing that really pulled me towards Reiki is my own personal growth. When I was initiated into Dynamic Reiki by Mother Rabia, I could see a phenomenal changes in my own personality, in my thinking patterns, in my behaviors and attitudes, and simultaneously working with my mentor, Udumbara Gesu. She did a lot of work on me, and we did a lot of work together so both the teachers, they were like my guides. So in that process, Reiki became the tool to which I got pulled, and I can also see a lot of advancement and improvement in my personal behaviors and attitudes, also in my family, and also to the people whom I, just shared this Reiki procedure.
Personal growth was something which was more motivated you in this journey.
Yes, miss. My personal growth as well as my own interests, because I wanted all to know that how energies and how mental and emotional health can actually heal the human system. And it has actually helped me, and also from past 7 years, all my patients who've been coming here at my center, and they also have a phenomenal experience. So that actually proved me right of choosing this path as a healer.
Yeah. Is there any difference between Reiki and Dynamic Reiki as you were mentioning right now?
See, if I go about the syllabical term key, what is the difference between Reiki and Dynamic Reiki? So I would say that I have been initiated into both the Reikis. First, I did a normal Reiki in Delhi. So I had a different experience with that. And then I did an initiation with Mother Rabia, which is called Dynamic Reiki. So I had a different experience with that too. So if I go about the experiences and I draw the comparisons between them. So I would say the normal Reiki which I did was it was short. I mean, it had a shorter effect on me. It had the procedure was not well versed, and it didn't cater to my needs, right? And coming from the Mother Rabia's initiation, I felt that it was more heart based. My needs were catered, and basically my needs, what I needed from a teacher is me to give me a space for me to understand and talk. So Mother Rabia and Master Dumrage, so both my teachers, they gave me that space. So that actually fulfilled me as a person and as a healer. So that's why this is my experience with dynamic Reiki. So that is why
I think
this is
it's prolonged in nature.
sorry.
It's more prolonged in nature as compared to Reiki. I think dynamic Reiki, it's like more long term.
It's more long term, it's everlasting, it's filled with love, and taking initiation from Mother Rabia definitely lasts for your births. So definitely it's a huge difference between Reiki and dynamic Reiki, though I am not at all demeaning any of the Reikis. It's just that I'm talking about my own experience. I'm pretty sure that whatever other healers are doing, they're doing best in their own field, but this is what my experience says.
So a patient like comes to you and they discuss about their symptoms or whatever concerns they are having at that moment. So how do you track it to the source of the illness? Like, what's the source of their problems? Is there any guide that you follow?
Yes, I do have some parameters on which I track down their illnesses. The first is their medical history, their emotional well-being, and their mental health. So these three things are kept in consideration, and on that basis I draw my own performer, and from that performer I draw the whole procedure of healing and how, when, and in what duration it should be done. So these are the three main pillars on which my analysis are based. Yeah.
So you track it mainly to their medical history and emotional well-being and mental health.
Yes.
So is there any age group for it, for when a person can take this healing process?
No, not as such. It can be received from a 2-year-old kid to an 80-year-old person. So age, religion, gender, it doesn't have any of the bars.
And different kind of
concerns.
Commons also that patients come with.
So from past 7 years, I can say I had a wide range of people coming up to me for various different problems. So starting from depression, stress, anxiety, going towards the physical diseases like arthritis, like throat pain, back pain, cervical, migraine, this pain, and going to the other extreme of cancer patients, coma patients, paralytic patients. And then so I had like a variety of people coming up to me and having their own expectations and getting fulfilled to an extent. So yes, I have all kind of patients with me. Yes.
And as you said that the concerns are ranging from physical to mental health. So when in physical health especially, they are already undergoing some medical history. So are there some precautions that need to be taken with such patients while you are performing Reiki with them?
While doing Reiki, we are already taking so many precautions. So yes, that we always keep in mind. Like their consent, patient's consent, their comfort level, of course their trust in me as a healer. So all this is important, and confidentiality. Whatever they're sharing with us in the healing process, whatever I am sharing with them in the healing process is always kept confidential.
So these are all some of the precautions.
Yes.